It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ready. Off the play fake, Burrell. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrell. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pryor has it complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
One more time with Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going again on the ground here with Hill. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Burrell. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. In motion, Hill. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And some room to roam now. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sport. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive to continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Burrell. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Okay, great. Check match. 19 tight. Let's go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Rams had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrell trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Able to find Pryor. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
4-yard line.
Jacobs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
Short of the goal line. I'll pick up with 2.
Jacobs again, and this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Channing Tindall charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun, Burrell. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hill. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Okay, ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Burrell. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on first down. Burrell into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And they'll try to get the spike off, but they won't do it in time. And that will end this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Pass complete as Okama with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, we have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw here. That one complete to Hill. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Off play action. Burrell. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. In motion, Hill. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Rams' 46-yard line.
Now back to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Second and 4. Flush to his right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll run with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Dolphins 34. Rams, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Burrell over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
Let's go now.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Check smash. Check smash.
To throw on 2nd down. Burrell. Being chased out left. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contour, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cougar 19.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here comes the Rams punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now Hill to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 95 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They're going deep for Hill. They've got his man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dolphins 48, Rams nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession.